As a landscape gardener, I love getting up close with nature, and I'm a big fan of all creatures, great and small. Mice, slugs and insects all play a part in the animal kingdom, but there's one place I'm not so keen to see them, and that's inside my home. Quick solutions can be ineffective. Animals can be tolerant to poisons or even just find another way in. Some solutions can actually cause unnecessary harm to other animals. So I've got some welfare-friendly methods to keep out 3 common household invaders. First up, whether you find them cute or crafty, mice are incredibly adaptable. But understand how they operate and you can keep them out. Mice are mostly nocturnal, so they're often heard before they're seen. But for any signs they're knocking about, check for chewed surfaces, droppings, or shredded up paper or cardboard, because they'll use that for nests. Mice can live off nothing more than crumbs, so store food in tightly sealed containers and keep surfaces clean. That includes any areas where food collects, like underneath kitchen counters and appliances. Once your house is clean, it's time to stop them getting in altogether. If they can't get to your food or your warmth, they'll likely move on. These furry intruders can squeeze through gaps the size of a pen, so check under and around doors, kitchen units and pipes for any gaps. To seal gaps, get yourself some steel wool which mice can't chew through. A roll like this costs less than £4 from a tool shop. Make sure to wear gloves as well to keep your hands protected. Now put that into any hole which a mouse might get through, and just make sure to get that all the way in there. But they're not the only visitors attracted by food. Ants have an excellent sense of smell, so it's best to act quickly to avoid an infestation. So wipe surfaces down with hot water mixed with either vinegar or lemon juice. This will disrupt the scent trails that they use to navigate. To prevent them returning, follow the ants to their entry point. It can be a really big, long trail, often leading you to tiny cracks in the building structure, doors or window frames. Once you've found an entry point, you can use cork to block it up. Cartridge like this costs less than £2, the gun around about £5. Load the cork gun using the instructions on the pack. Okay, so now you're locked and loaded, so all we need to do is get that really tightly pressed and just apply gentle pressure, because all of this cork is going to fill all the tiny gaps. Keep bringing it back. Normally at this point you'd have a scraper or some kind of tool, but because this is just only something light, I'm just going to use my finger. That's also fine. Just to come along the edge there. Oh, look at that. Job done. Finally, slugs. They're nature's recyclers, clearing dead matter in your garden, but a little less useful in your home. Slugs may be drawn inside your home by moisture, warmth, shelter, or food scraps, pet food. In fact, pretty much anything is on a slug's menu, even mould. Because slugs don't have bones, they can squeeze through very small gaps like cracks in masonry, door frames or around pipes. To keep them out, cork in the gap. Copper tape like this has also been known to deter them, as when they touch it, it gives them a mild electric shock, so they prefer to stay away. And it's relatively cheap at about £1 a metre. Get it stuck right into the corner there, and then slowly bring it back. There, job done. No chemicals and no mess. Finally, slugs can often get a free ride indoors while stuck to your shoes, wellies or even pets, so give them a check when you get home. Whether it's mice, ants or slugs, keeping food sealed, blocking entry points or finding out what deters them is effective, kind to your home and even kinder to nature.